Could a revered national hero from the Philippines be the infamous Jack the Ripper? Today, we explore an audacious theory. Dr. Jose Rizal, a man celebrated for his intellect and patriotism, stands in stark contrast to the shadowy figure of Jack the Ripper, whose brutal crimes in late 19th century London left the city in terror. How could a respected Filipino nationalist possibly connect with a notorious English serial killer? Join us as we delve into the evidence and theories that suggest a link between these two enigmatic figures. First, let us uncover the life of Jose Rizal. Born in the Philippines in 1861, Rizal was not just a national hero, but a man of many facets. He was a doctor, a novelist, and a critical figure in the Philippine Revolution against Spanish rule. His literary works, including novels like Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, ignited the fires of revolution, pushing for political reforms in a society riddled with inequality. Rizal's pursuit of knowledge took him far beyond the shores of his homeland. He studied in Europe, attending prestigious institutions in Spain, France, and Germany. His time abroad was not just an educational journey, it was a formative period that sharpened his views on societal reform and national identity. Interestingly, during his stays in Europe, Rizal traveled extensively, even as Jack the Ripper's shadow loomed over London. These travels during a time of such notorious criminal activity add layers to the enigmatic character of Rizal. Rizal's extensive travels and medical background form the first intriguing pieces of our puzzle. Now let's turn to the foggy streets of London in 1888. During this time, the city was gripped by a fear so palpable, it was almost a physical presence. Jack the Ripper, an ominous figure in the annals of crime, was at large. His modus operandi was chilling, characterized by an almost surgical precision in the horrific mutilations inflicted upon his victims. The brutality of these acts was not merely violent, but carried out with a disconcerting knowledge of human anatomy. Between August and November of 1888, the Ripper claimed the lives of at least 5 women, all within the impoverished areas around Whitechapel. The precision of the cuts suggested that the person behind them could have been a surgeon or someone with detailed anatomical knowledge, leading to rampant speculation about his true profession. Theories abounded, with suspects ranging from butchers to royal physicians, each theory trying to explain the meticulous nature of the crimes. The overlap in timing and Rizal's medical expertise adds a layer of complexity to our investigation. With backgrounds laid bare, can we see a connection? The theory that Jose Rizal might be Jack the Ripper stems from a blend of coincidences, speculative assertions, and a smattering of historical overlaps. Some enthusiasts point to Rizal's medical background and his time in Europe during the period of the Ripper murders as circumstantial evidence. They suggest that his surgical skills could have been employed in the gruesome dissections characteristic of the Ripper's killings. However, when we scrutinize Rizal's whereabouts during the critical months of the Ripper's activity in 1888, the narrative begins to unravel. Records and correspondences show that Rizal was primarily in Paris and then in Germany, engaging with fellow scholars and working on his annotations of Antonio de Morga's historical texts. None of these documents place him in London at the times when the Ripper murders occurred. Moreover, Rizal's character and moral fiber stand in stark contrast to the heinous acts attributed to Jack the Ripper. Described by his contemporaries as empathetic, principled, and deeply concerned with the plight of the oppressed, it is challenging to reconcile this image with that of a cold-blooded murderer. Rizal's life mission was to enlighten and uplift, not to brutalize and destroy. Finally, examining the sources of this theory, one finds a lack of robust evidence and a reliance on sensational conjecture. Much of the narrative connecting Rizal to the Ripper comes from modern speculations rather than contemporary accounts or credible historical research. This casts a considerable doubt on the reliability of such claims, indicating that they may be more fiction than fact. While intriguing, the theory connecting Jose Rizal and Jack the Ripper is fraught with gaps and assumptions. Have we uncovered the truth or merely entertained a historical curiosity? In our journey today, we've traversed the intriguing parallels between Jose Rizal's life and the chilling saga of Jack the Ripper. We delved into Rizal's extensive travels and his profound medical knowledge, alongside the haunting timeline of the Ripper's grim exploits in London. Yet, it's crucial to remember the speculative nature of the evidence at hand. The allure of connecting dots in history often invites us to don the hats of detectives, piecing together narratives that may seem fitting but are not necessarily founded on solid ground. This reminds us of the importance of critical thinking and rigorous scrutiny when approaching historical theories and legends. Both Jose Rizal and Jack the Ripper continue to captivate and mystify scholars and enthusiasts alike. Their stories, filled with unresolved questions and shadowy details, challenge us to differentiate between fact and fiction, evidence and conjecture. While it stirs the imagination to link such disparate figures, today's exploration underscores the allure and the pitfalls of historical speculation.